Welcome to our Mock Interview Pro series, where we guide you through preparing for your housing director interview. This role is all about leadership, collaboration, and strategic thinking. Let's dive right into how you can showcase your skills, starting with a question on leading challenging projects. Can you recall a time when you led a team through a particularly challenging housing development project? This question helps interviewers understand your leadership style, especially in complex situations. Here are some pointers to help you craft your response. Pick a specific project that had distinct challenges. Emphasize your leadership role and the decisions you made. Talk about how you motivated and communicated with your team effectively. Include any collaborations with stakeholders or the community. Reflect on the outcome and the lessons you learned. Now, let's look at a sample answer for inspiration.
In my role as project manager, we tackled redeveloping an underutilized lot into affordable housing, which came with zoning challenges and community resistance. I conducted weekly meetings to maintain open lines of communication and engaged with community leaders to address concerns. By adjusting our plans accordingly, we gained local support and completed the project on schedule and within our budget.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Housing Director. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you describe a situation where you had a disagreement with a stakeholder over a housing policy and how you resolved it? This question is all about gauging your conflict resolution skills and your ability to maintain productive relationships. To tackle this question effectively, consider these suggestions. Identify the specific policy and stakeholder involved. Clearly explain the nature of the disagreement. Discuss the steps you took to address the conflict and find common ground. Highlight the resolution and any compromises made. Emphasize the positive outcome for the community or organization. Let's move on to a sample response to guide you.
In a recent project, I found myself in disagreement with a city council member over zoning regulations for new affordable housing. I arranged a meeting to discuss our differences, presenting data on community needs. We collaborated to amend the policy to include more community input, resulting in a unanimously supported plan.
Can you share an instance when you collaborated with other departments to achieve a housing initiative? And what was your role? Interviewers ask this to evaluate your teamwork skills and your ability to drive initiatives across different departments. Consider these tips when structuring your answer. Identify a specific housing initiative you were part of. Describe your role and the departments you worked with. Highlight collaboration strategies like meetings or joint projects. Share measurable outcomes of the initiative. Reflect on any challenges faced and how you overcame them. Here's an example to illustrate this point.
In a previous position, I led a community outreach initiative aimed at boosting affordable housing. Partnering with the planning department, I ensured zoning laws aligned with our goals. Regular bi-weekly meetings helped us stay aligned, resulting in a 20% increase in affordable units over the year.
Let's imagine a scenario where a natural disaster has displaced many residents. How would you coordinate housing assistance? This question assesses your ability to manage emergency response and strategically plan under pressure. Here are some key points to consider when crafting your response. Evaluate the scale of displacement and pinpoint immediate needs. Collaborate with local government and NGOs for resources. Set up communication channels for affected residents. Develop a temporary housing plan prioritizing safety and accessibility. Plan for transitioning individuals into permanent housing. Let's take a look at how you might answer this question.
Initially, I'd assess the full scope of displacement and immediate needs. Collaborating with local authorities and NGOs would help mobilize resources. I'd establish hotlines and online platforms for communication, formulate a temporary housing plan focusing on safety, and devise a strategy for transitioning to permanent housing.
How would you handle the concerns of a community group opposed to a new housing project you're leading? This question measures your skills in conflict management and community engagement. Here's how you can prepare a comprehensive response. Engage the community early to understand their concerns. Hold a public forum or meeting to foster open dialogue. Present data and research backing the project's benefits. Be transparent about project plans and address misconceptions. Follow up with the community to show ongoing commitment. Now, let's explore a well-rounded example answer.
I would start by reaching out to the community group to listen to their concerns. Organizing a public meeting would enable open discussions, and I'd come prepared with data demonstrating the project's benefits. Transparency is key, so I'd keep them informed throughout the process, addressing any misconceptions.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.